What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're back on F125 for round number 18. It's my favourite track in the whole F1 calendar, Singapore. If you didn't see last video in Azerbaijan, we finally got points. I think we got points since Austria, I want to say. I think it's been since Austria since we got some points on the board. We're close to Haas now, thanks to them points, and for Haas not scoring any points. But yeah, really happy with the performance that I did last video. Not trying to, like, it's a bit weird, and it, like, saying gas myself up. If you see the message, you see correct. Yuki Tsunoda is unfortunately retiring at the end of this season. Just doing some modifications on Webber's car, who will be driving today. And just doing the control electronics, as it's 50% and we're well over 50% of the way through the season now. Just add that on, get that sorted. Looking at upgrades, unfortunately we have a development failure, but we're going to get that before Singapore, which is always good to see. Of course, I mentioned last video or the video before about dual development. Of course, soon enough I will be getting dual development. I'm thinking somewhere after Austin, if we've got the money, of course. And last video we signed two drivers, Oliver Behrman and Gabriel Bortoleto. Oliver Behrman is an external talk, and Gabriel Bortoleto came to us to ask for a talk. We had two endgame meetings with both our current drivers, but Mark Webber was asking for like 16 million, and Franco was kind of asking for the I think it was like 3, 4, 5 million, which isn't bad, but it isn't up my street. We're trying to get to phase 2 on the personal, because we could do driver evolution on pace awareness and etc. As of course, I want to make sure they're doing good stuff. I was looking at driver's psychologist, as it lessens the morale of a driver after making a bad mistake, and I brought it. So realistically now, dual development is a bit out the window at the moment, as we've gone from 4 million in like 3 episodes ago to 1.5 million. So yeah, maybe we have to wait a little bit longer for that. Maybe at the start of season 2, maybe, hopefully we can get that. I do want it done. We're also close to phase 2 on the what's it called? Very close to phase 2 on corporate, I want to say, side. Yeah, corporate. Um, not losing a lot of money, of course. Development's going well. We're pretty much halfway there for some of the development in terms of researching parts. Getting some of the research done before Singapore, because there's another big gap before Singapore. Now, look, F125 Canada was a bit ridiculous at the moment, because, I mean, what have we had? We had 2 weeks for Austria and then Britain, Great Britain, or Silverstone, and then we've got now nearly a month, then Belgium, Hungary, and then it's summer break. I think it's a little bit ridiculous, but that's my opinion at the end of the day. Unfortunately,
Hi.
development for
Noticed
the
you got some
I
spare
think for the
cash
wing
reserves.
cover
Obviously, I know you've got other priorities.
failed. I think it was wing cover failed. Real rim cover has failed. Just equip that to Franco's car, and the other one will be active before Singapore. The only good thing about these breaks is the fact that we can put stuff on the car quicker. As you can see, 14-day plus before Singapore. So a bit of a oof. We are going through again. We've got a personnel facility event. I mean, run a campaign for hiring. It's 50k. I'm not going to decline it. I'm going to get that all done. The real rim cover completed, so that goes on the car. All sorted, all done. Everything's on the car. Webber's got a better car at the moment, because I think there was some that was nearly there. We're nearly there for Kick Sauber as well. So the chassis and the energy store cells. That's going to help with battery, keeping it up all right. as battery's a little bit of an issue at the moment. So we're going to get a front wing flat panel before, what's it called? Texas. Still 1.8 million in terms of
Notice that
profit.
we've got some cash that
Yet
currently pushed it
again,
into
we're going
anything.
to have to
What do
sign
you
a
think about buying some
development
facility
center
improvements? It's great to keep
power, so we're
HQ up
all
to date
equal
and
on
ensure we
that.
can hit our
And
goals.
that means another one has failed again. So improved energy store sales, get that one done. We're going to get that one before Austin, and then we'll get the other one done. Durability looking a bit tight at the moment, but there's nothing I can really do about it. Singapore is up now. Got a lot of aerodynamics. We've cut through the chassis again, like wildfire, and I think that energy cell thing just failed again. That's crazy. That's crazy. So Colapinto now has more parts, um, but we're driving this Weber today, so I mean it's not like it's a bad thing. We got a cash flow warning, but I'm not really fussed about that. They always say there's a cash flow warning, but what am I on now? I'm still in the million range. It's just because I'm spending a lot, I think. But it was funny, one of the videos they asked me to spend more, and then I spent more, and then they gave me an email for cash flow warning. It's just like, make up your mind. But yeah, driving as Mark Webber, but look at them stats. Uh, Franco's raycraft up to 90, his Focus up to 81. Phew, let's go to qualifying. John, at the end of qualifying, we've had a fantastic qualifying at the moment. As I said before, this is our favourite track. Won our first race last year's game cycle with Haas here. Of course, looking at P4, P5, P6. I mean, P6 would be brilliant, but a little secret: the AI don't go flat through that corner. Really, so you can gain time. You can gain time, but it's going to be P7 on the board. Another great qualifying for us, but I don't think Franco's going to do very well. I'm going to find out if it's true or
Goodbye for now
not,
then,
and
but
yeah,
really we're
unfortunately
just
it
getting
is.
started.
Kick
Make
Sauber
sure to
actually
join
kicking
us
up a
again
storm, same
for
with Fernando
Lights Out
Alonso.
tomorrow.
Alpine's form has returned, McLaren's form has faded. Jeez, technically the same with Mercedes as well. But is it last? No, it's not last, it's P20. Well, P P7, let's go to the grid.
Marina Bay hosted a Grand Prix that briefly ran in the 60s and 70s, but the Garden City re-entered the calendar for good in 2008. We missed it for a couple of years, but it was great to come back to the Singapore Grand Prix. And here's our track, 4.94 kilometres long, and overtaking chances into the first corner, into turn 14 at the end of the Esplanade, and now into turn 16 in the newly reprofiled sector that we first ran on in 2023. Still though, it's punishing and tough on the brakes, and the heat and humidity will take an effect on our drivers. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position, with Charles Leclerc alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Fernando Alonso, Hamilton, Pierre Gasly, and Webber, Russell, Albon, Hulkenberg, and Oscar Piastri. Antonelli, Norris, Carlos Sainz, Doohan, Sonoda, Ocon, Lance Stroll, and Ollie Behrman. Colapinto, Bortoletto, Hadja, and Liam Lawson rounds off the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track. The formation lap gets underway and every driver will be looking to settle in for the race ahead, making sure that their car is ready for the battle once the lights go out.
To the man that's leaving us next season, Yuki Tsunoda has gladly given me a free position thanks to his penalty. Yet again, apologies for the background noise. But yeah, there's not much really to say. P6 on the board. Let's see if we can get a good race in it. Maybe more points to Mark Webber. We're starting on the hard. We're going to go to the mediums. And we've got no lights. We've got no lights. What a glitch this is. It's going to be lights out. And away we go. Lights were not working on my HUD. But we're going to chuck one down the inside. We're going to get that gap. What a gap that is on Lewis Hamilton. A little bit over the curbs there. But it's going to shake us up a little bit. Lewis is going to stick with us after that poor exit. And Alonso is fighting for the lead with Max Verstappen. Well, he's definitely going to be the world champion of this year. But that's going to give us brilliant, what's the word? Brilliant leeway in the fact we could actually chuck one down the inside. And we are going to chuck one down the inside of Charles Leclerc and get up to the podium positions. On lap number 1, poor. Absolutely, I don't even know what that is. Luckily, a little bit of tyre wear than normal on the board, but nothing too serious. But we're going to go a little bit deeper. Charles is going to get that position back. We got in a Ferrari sandwich on lap number 2. I mean, look at Alonso and Verstappen just disappeared. Look for a move on Charles down before the second DRS zone, and of course, because he got past us during the activation of the first little set, he's going to get that other set. But we do actually stick with him. We do stick with him as we set 2 personal bests of the lap. Max Verstappen just set the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. A little bit of track limits there, but not really. We do stick with DRS with Charles. Ran out of ERS, but we're sticking with him. Lap number 5 now. Lewis Hamilton's looking for a charge, and we get on the curb a little bit, etc. We do slow down a little bit. Oh, it's George Russell, my apologies. And we're going to chuck one, get the elbows out, and get one down the inside of George Russell. We got our first lot of people pitting. Alonso is in the pits, and we're going to put the pedals on the metal to see if we can get maybe first place at the moment. Of course, we're going to drop back behind Max, but of course it'd be really cool if we can get to first place for once. But of course, we're going to box this lap, go on to the medium compound tyre. But to be fair, I feel really comfortable on these hard compound. I might stay out for a little bit longer, maybe until lap number 10, end of lap number 10. Oh, but it's going to fade away instantly. And because Yuki Tsunoda comes right next to us, there's nothing we can do. Lando Norris gets past us, and everybody that's just pitted is going to be super frustrated. But it works out in our favour. Reason I say that, because we obviously haven't pitted. So we've got 6 laps, technically, exactly what I wanted to do. Pit on lap number 10, but technically, obviously, it's lap number 11 now. We're still in 3rd position. And it's going to be lights out, away we go. I think there was no light board thing there, so they definitely need to fix that. But we do lose some positions due to that. Yuki Tsunoda up to 3rd position again, and I fear the absolute worst at the moment. I mean, that light getaway could have been, 2nd place. But because there was no light on the thing, there's nothing I could have done. Hopefully they patch that, but we have got a yellow flag. There's no heavy braking zone, so I wonder what's going on. Oh my, there's a Ferrari. Charles Leclerc has retired from the race, and Gabriel Bortoletto is into 6th place. Ooh, a little bit of a run there. But unfortunately, because of the slowest car on the grid, he's going to lose some positions there. But lap number 13. Oh, Alonso does chuck it down, and he's going to make contact. We're going to make contact with Fernando Alonso. And
we've got a full course caution.
Was it Fernando or Russell? Because Russell's got a 10-second time penalty. That would be causing a collision. We do, unfortunately, let Lewis Hamilton through, of course, because obviously your car goes ghost if you're in the way. So unfortunately, we do lose that position to Lewis Hamilton. To be fair, which is good, because otherwise we would have got a penalty through blocking, which is a bit stupid. But of course, lap number 14. Now, safety car is in this lap, and I was debating about pitting, but of course that you need 2 laps remaining for the safety car. But we get
Green
like,
flag.
I don't know what
Okay,
it
so we're
was,
leading
or
our teammate by
steering lock I think it was, but it's
13.9
down the
seconds.
inside on Lewis Hamilton. I was not caring about anybody around me here. I wanted that podium so bad, and you can probably see it by my driving style. Is not what it is normally, but my driving style was like, I am getting this podium no matter what. But unfortunately, we do have 2 Red Bulls in front of us. Lando Norris and Yuki Tsunoda go side by side into turn number 4, I believe. 5, sorry, or 6, depending on how you judge the corners. But I think it's I think it's game over. I think it's game over the podium today with Mark Webber, which is an absolute shame, really. As you can see, I'm pushing with all my might with the worst car on the grid. But it is going to be lap 16, and I can't believe I'm saying this. Max Verstappen is going to round the final corner to take in yet another victory in Singapore. I think that's his 5th or 6th one this season, this in a row. But we are going to take home P4, our best result, I believe, with Mark Webber, or joint best result with Mark Webber. But yeah, I promised a comeback. I haven't been here before, but I'm going to take Mark Webber to the top, hopefully.
And in the end, there was no Verstappen. Max Verstappen, he takes victory.
Wow, 4 wins in a row. I mean, I do say wow, but I'm not that surprised because it is the 4th one in a row. Maybe this is getting a little too predictable. Come on, competitors, step it up.
And once all the hard work is over, and after lap of brilliant racing, it's time now to celebrate with our podium trio. One of the all-time greats celebrates yet again. It's another podium, it's another top step for Max Verstappen.
Max Verstappen yet again extending his championship lead to, I believe, Lando Norris. Well, I mean, Lando Norris does help himself
Well,
with
that was
his
certainly an
championship
exciting
fight,
weekend of Formula
only
One.
losing
Be
6
sure to
points
join us for
to
more
Max.
exciting Formula One
But
action
in the end, it's not
very
really
soon.
going to help anybody, as I mean, there's a bit of a weird one. George Russell and Ollie Behrman get 2 10-second time penalties for causing a collision. I don't know what that's for. Collision with Bortoletto and ignoring yellow flags. Whew. I mean, that's crazy. That is crazy. Just seeing what that was. Never really showed race directors' input, but there we go. No wonder why Liam Lawson got driver of the day. P22 to points. That is crazy. We're only 1 point behind each other, and we've joined with Haas, which was our rivalry target. But I'll see you guys, actually, all in Austin. You can see the little things. I'll see you guys in Austin. Goodbye.